Hi, welcome. Welcome to day 3 of our Lovable Life series. And today I'm going to be talking about how do you heal your emotional pain. Now, uh, being in relationship is, uh, relationships are actually a foundation of life. So when you get hurt in relationships, it creates a lot of disharmony inside your own self. It creates a lot of hurts, a lot of wounds inside yourself. So going forward, if you do not heal these wounds, they start to come across as blocks in your success to life. Whether it's your, you know, professional relationships, personal relationships, but any wound or hurt related to the relationship becomes a block, and that is what stops you from succeeding in life, okay, and especially succeeding in your personal relationships. So today I'll tell you, how do you heal those wounds, how do you heal those hurts, how do you let go of those blocks, okay? So uh, in terms of how to heal the emotional pain, let's first understand, where is this pain coming from? Where is this emotional pain coming from? So I want you to take an example of a dog, okay? Suppose a dog is barking, okay, and there are three men standing. So one man, the moment the dog barks, one man gets really scared and he runs away. The other man looks at that dog and feels very cool and calm about it. It doesn't impact him any which way. Third man, he decides to feed dog some food. Okay. Now, in this situation, there was only one dog who was barking. So the situation is that of a dog barking, correct? But the way these three people responded was different, right? All three responded differently. Why do you think all three people responded differently? Write in the comment box, okay? Or can you say that a dog was responsible for their reaction? Now, some of you might think that yes, dog is responsible for their reaction. In that case, my next question is that if dog is responsible for their reaction, why did those three people behave in different ways? Those three people behaved in different ways because the way they interpreted the situation, that interpretation resulted in their response. Okay. So, which means, where is this interpretation coming from? This interpretation is coming from their experiences of life with regards to dogs. So the man who ran away, he got fearful. So his emotion of fear is coming from his experience of life with dogs. So he might have either heard stories about, how dogs can be ferocious, or he might have been bitten by a dog, or he might have seen somebody bitten by a dog. So his experience made him to interpret that when the dog is barking, it's time to run away. So he ran away like that. Okay. Similarly, other two people, they also responded based on their experience of life. Their response was based on how they were perceiving that situation. Having said that, if I ask you that question again, was dog really responsible for the way three men behaved? No, it is not about the dog. It is about, suppose I was there, it is about my interpretation of the dog barking that made me to behave the way I behaved. Okay, so which means it is not the situation that is responsible for the way I behave. It is the way I interpret the situation based on my experiences of life that governs my emotions, that governs my thoughts, that governs my behavior. Okay. These situations or people are just standalone. Standalone, it doesn't have any meaning, right? The interpretation, the meaning we give to that situation is what creates the response in us. And this meaning comes from our experiences. Okay. Now, if you look at this scenario, what is the conclusion? The conclusion is that I am responsible for the way I behave. I am responsible for my emotions. I am responsible for the way I feel. Okay. If you take that example of a dog was the trigger on the outside that happened. When that trigger on the outside happened, something inside me uh, created a meaning, and with that meaning, I responded. Okay. So whether it is people or the situations, they are only the triggers. Okay. When they trigger, something inside you happens and you respond accordingly. So as far as emotional pain is concerned, your hurt is concerned, prime responsibility is whose? Me. I am responsible for the way I feel. So if I have felt hurt, I am the one responsible for feeling that hurt. Okay. So if you just, put your right hand on your heart and see that when you say, I am responsible for the way I feel, I am responsible for this hurt, I am responsible for this anger. How do you feel? You will actually feel empowered. Okay. Because if I am responsible for the way I feel, I also have the power to change it. It will give you immense power, right? And the moment you say, I am responsible, that is where you have taken a very, very big step towards healing your pain. Okay. Now, once this is clear, I want you to write in the comment box, this is clear. Okay. Or I want you to, better still, I would want you to write in the comment box, I am responsible for the way I feel. Write that. Okay. Now, coming to the healing part of it. Okay, healing part, I am using I am telling you a very traditional method of doing it, which I am sure you must have heard of. I'll just explain in very simple terms. So uh, the method that I'm going to be using is Ho'oponopono, which is a very ancient Hawaiian prayer for healing and forgiveness. And I'm going to be telling you the logic behind it and how to use it. The logic later, let me tell you how to use it. Now, I will take an example of, one question which one of the participants had asked on day one. Her question was that, uh, how to deal with that situation where, when she speaks with her husband goes and tells everything to his parents. Okay, that is the situation. Now, how does that situation make you feel? Suppose you are also in that situation where whatever you speak with your husband, he goes and tells his parents. First of all, you need to find out, how do you feel about it? Obviously, you feel disgusted, you feel betrayed, right? You feel that there is no trust, you feel hurt. Okay. Now, when you feel hurt, what you need to do is understand, where is that hurt in your body? Okay. Whenever there is an emotion, whatever that emotion might be, you will feel that emotion in the body. If you have not felt it now, no problems. You will, start from today itself and feel, where do you feel hurt? Let me give you an example. When somebody, you must have seen those people that, some people are very, very stressed, very tensed, their chest becomes heavy, right? They start to feel pain in the chest. Many men you must have seen have heart attacks because they take all that burden, and that burden is getting clogged in their heart. That is why arteries get blocked and they get heart attack. So we are feeling all the emotions in our body. Right now, you may or may not be aware of it. Doesn't matter. Going forward from here, what you will do is, you're feeling hurt, sit down with yourself, close your eyes, and experience, where are you feeling this hurt? Okay. Next step is that when you're feeling this hurt, you will say to that feeling, suppose you're feeling the hurt and you're feeling heaviness in your chest. So in your feeling, address to that feeling and say, this Ho'oponopono prayer has 4 phrases. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. So you will say to these feelings, I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. These four phrases. Okay. In a minute, I'll explain what this means. Another way to do it is that you're sitting and you're not feeling anything. You're just, you know, it's any other day and you're sitting and doing your work, but you want to heal yourself. Okay. But you're not feeling any anger, you're not feeling any pain. Then in that case, how do you heal yourself? Think of the last situation where you felt a certain emotion. Let's take for an example, that emotion is that of anger. Okay. Now you want to heal your anger. Okay. Now think of that last situation where you really lost your temper. When you go back to that situation, think about what you felt, what you heard, who was talking, what you were wearing, as if time has rolled back and you're living that situation all over again. Hmm? When you in your mind live that situation all over again, that emotion is going to come back, that anger is going to come back, or that pain or that hurt is going to come back. When that comes back, same, you're going to say those four phrases. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Now, suppose you're thinking of that situation, but somehow the emotion is not coming. It is possible because you could have either suppressed it so deeply that you're living that situation again, but the emotion is not coming. Okay. In that case, you will ask yourself one question. And that question is, because we say that I am responsible. Okay. If I am responsible means there is something inside me. So the question you're going to ask is, what is that pattern inside me? Or what is that program inside me? Right? Or you could be asking, what is that uh, data inside me, which causes me to lose my temper again and again? I repeat the question. What is that program inside me that causes me to lose my temper again and again? You're sitting quietly with your eyes closed, having asked this question, and then let go and surrender. When you ask this question and surrender, uh, pay attention to the responses in your body. Okay, 1 second. I just need to check if I'm recording this. This is getting recorded. Yeah. So you will know where in the body, because your body will start to give you some sensations. So the moment you ask the question, what is that program inside me that leads to anger, me getting angry again and again, and you let go, somewhere in the body, you will experience that sensation. Now that sensation is the point, that point in the body is where your anger has got stuck, where that programming is. Once you get to know that, then I am sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. You will say that. Okay. So this is the basis of how you are going to be doing that healing, right? Now, when you're saying this, these four phrases, you could be addressing this in two ways. Okay. One way is that you are addressing it to the divine, that God, I don't know what is that program in me which is causing me to become angry again and again. Please forgive me. Thank you. Thank you, God, for forgiving me. And I love you, God. So you could be addressing it to the divine, or you could be addressing it to the feeling itself. Whatever resonates with you, whatever is comfortable with you is what you will do, whether you're addressing it to divine or to the feeling. Okay. Now, why do we say those four phrases? What's in it? Okay. The interpretation here is that we know that situations outside us, the people outside us, they are only the triggers. There is something inside us which is leading us to become angry. Becoming angry is a, one example I'm taking. It could be any emotion. It could be jealousy. Okay. So what is inside us, we don't know. We need not even know. Okay. Uh, when you say, I am sorry, suppose you're addressing it to divine. Why are you saying, I am sorry? I am sorry because I don't know what is that program. I am not aware of this program which is leading to so much of jealousy. When you're not aware of something, suppose, you have gone to a supermarket and your little 4-year-old child is playing there in the supermarket itself, and by mistake he drops some item, whereas you are busy shopping, and then the shopkeeper watches him and he comes running. Suddenly you realize, that your child has dropped an item. Immediately you turn to the shopkeeper and you say, oh, I'm sorry. Why do you say? The meaning of it is that I am sorry because I was not aware that my child is being naughty. If you were aware, you would have stopped your child. Okay. So immediately you tell the shopkeeper, oh, I'm sorry, just because you are not aware. Right. Similarly, you're telling divine, I am not aware what is causing this anxiety, jealousy, anger. So I am sorry, divine. Please forgive me. The inherent meaning of sorry is that please forgive me. Okay. So please forgive me that there is this program inside me that is leading to so much of anger. Thank you for what? Thank you for forgiving me. Thank you for dissolving this pattern. Thank you for dissolving this program inside me. Okay. And you have to, when you're saying thank you God, thank you, you are actually believing that the program is going to be dissolving. And I love you, divine. Okay. Now, whether you are addressing it to divine or to the feeling, the meaning is the same. If you're addressing the feeling, so I'm sorry. I don't know what is inside the program that is causing this feeling, because that feeling is dirty. That feeling is negative. That feeling makes you feel so bad about yourself, right? So you're telling your own self that I am so sorry. I don't know what is causing this feeling. Please forgive me. Thank you for forgiving me. Thank you for dissolving this program, which is leading to anger. And I love you. Telling to your own self. Okay. Now, when you say this, what will happen is the chances are that your uh, intensity of that, the that pain that you're feeling in your body. Suppose you're feeling in the chest, or you might be feeling anger here, around the temple, or here. Your head might be aching, your shoulders might be aching. Wherever you're feeling it, when you're saying this prayer, the chances are that the pain is going to rise. So suppose your jaws were paining, the possibility is that the pain might spread to your throat, to your shoulders. It might go to the chest as well, or it might go towards the head. It is perfectly normal. Do not panic. Very casually, uh, keep repeating those 4 phrases. Now, important part is that when you're repeating those 4 phrases, the intention is not to suppress that feeling. No, you're not saying it because of that. The intention is that whatever that feeling is, you are actually embracing that feeling. You're actually accepting it. You are acknowledging its presence in your body. Until now, you have been suppressing it, okay, by diverting your mind. But now you are acknowledging it. The moment you start to acknowledge it, it's like your own child, right? When your child is crying a bit and you just want to uh, cuddle your child, and the moment you cuddle your child, for a fraction of a second, child is going to shout and howl, and before he or she begins to settle down. So this feeling is going to rise in your body. Let it take whatever space it's taking. Do not worry. Accept it, embrace it, acknowledge it. Give this feeling your unconditional love while you keep chanting, I am sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. This feeling is like your own child. Okay? Uh, when it is going to rise, there will come a point in time, it is going to reach the peak, and then it will begin to dissolve slowly. Now, it may not happen in one day's time. It may not happen in 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. It might take 10 days, 15 days, 20 days. It doesn't matter. You just keep doing it, keep embracing it. What will happen is over time, a lot of the pain associated with this is also going to get out of your body. And this is the release that is going to happen. Okay. Now, how do you know that what time you should stop? There are two ways to know this. One way is that you can do it 108 times. Okay. If you know how to count 108 on your fingers, good. If you do not know how to count 108, you could be taking that mala of 108 beads, okay, and do that. Other way to do it is keep saying that, keep chanting that until your mind begins to feel calm, okay? Whether it is speaking up, whether it is dissolving, don't bother about that. When you start to feel little calm, that's the time you could stop. All right. So this is the healing prayer, very, very powerful, very, very effective. And when you do this prayer, the chances also are that you might get overwhelmed. There could be a lot of, you might feel like crying a lot. It doesn't matter. Cry it out. When you're crying, do not chant. Just let that crying happen. And once, that crying settles down, continue with that prayer once again. It's a very powerful healing prayer and a forgiveness prayer. So therefore, start today. And I would love to know from you, when you started, how have things changed as far as you are concerned? What is your state of mind by and large when you do this every day? How are situations getting impacted when you do this every day? Okay, so that's about healing the emotional pain. And once you start to heal the pain, this healing becomes so addictive because it brings so much of calmness inside you. It clears so much of junk from within you that you would want to do it daily. And it changes the relationship with your own self first. It changes the programs within you, and then the world outside you begins to transform. But I want you to remember one thing. Whenever you're doing this prayer, the intention is not to change the other person. Don't even go in that direction where you're wanting to see if the other person changes with the healing that you're doing on yourself. Because the moment you start to test it, it is not going to work. The only intention you need to have is heal yourself, calm yourself, clean and clear your patterns. And that is the only intention you need to have. Okay. So I want you to really start working on this and would love to know from you your experiences. If you're committed to doing this, please write, I commit to heal myself in the chat box here. And those of you who are attending, if you have any questions, please feel free to write your questions and I will answer those questions right away. I'm waiting for your questions. So if you have any questions, please feel free to write your questions right now and I will take them up. If you do not have any questions, no worries. You can try the prayer and then write the questions, come back to the video and write the questions. So if there is nothing that you need to ask, then you could be putting in the chat box that I can end the stream. In that case, I will end the stream once I have it from you. So fair enough. If you do not have the questions right now, I'm assuming that you would want to start the healing journey first, and then you're going to be having questions, which makes absolute sense. And all the best. And that's from me to you. I will see you tomorrow once again, 7 p.m. And tomorrow's topic is what are the battles that you should be fighting for in your married life so that it becomes crystal clear. Your relationship becomes crystal clear and clean. Um, just one last call for the questions in case you have questions. I think there is a little bit of lag. So in case you have questions, just let me know. Or else, if you want that I should end the stream, that also you could let me know in the comment box. I don't think there are questions. Fair enough. You have a great evening, and I'll see you tomorrow, same time, 7 p.m. Bye. Take care.